Get ready.
Ready for what?
At least once a year, this set of gluttonous twins place themselves before a monstrous amount of food and offer the world an unadulterated look into their insatiable appetites. Get ready for a transparent eating experience as we witness them casually consume unthinkable amounts of calories in real time.
Thank God Nate's not a therapist.
It would have been less a spectacle if we were both naked.
And I don't know where I was going with it.
Where was I going with that?
We're getting a lot of outrage.
Oh, I knew where I was going. He doesn't fish.
We're like, we already spent $150. You guys don't see what I just saw. What are you gonna do?
Not quite sure how much food we have here, but it's definitely too much. But that's also kind of the point. Yeah, we have a bunch of things that we haven't had before, and then a few tried and trues. And I'd love to start with this brand new Wendy's burger, but it is piping hot, and so I think we need to let it cool down a little bit and maybe start off with some of like the small baked goods.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, holy cow, that thing that's a mess. Okay, I'm looking forward to trying that.
Yes.
I mean, the messier a burger looks, the better in my opinion. Yeah, let's start off maybe like those little mini donuts. Now these are from Walmart. They sell like these tiny little mini donuts, and these ones are birthday cake flavored. We've been wanting to try them forever, we just haven't had the opportunity. This lettuce is wilted as can be. We probably want to take that off before we eat that. Anyway. Before we start, we know that this is not everyone's favorite kind of video. It's not for some people. And so if this isn't your thing, you might want to just opt out of it. But all of the really cool subscribers I know are going to stick through to the end. They're going to watch this video. So comment cool if you plan on actually watching this video. Let's try this donut.
That's a solid donut. It tastes like a grocery store donut.
Yeah, but it's got that little bit of extra vanilla to it. I like it. It honestly, it tastes just like a Dunkin' Donut.
It is identical to a Dunkin' Donut.
I think that extra vanilla flavor is because it's the birthday cake flavored donuts.
Excellent. They did a great job with that. No complaints.
Now, one of like the new Walmart products is they actually started selling these salted caramel cupcakes. And the second we saw them, we were like, I've got to try that. And it's been like 2 months, but our videos have just been, eating up all of our calories. And so we don't get to try as many fun new things as we'd like. So today we're using that as an opportunity. So salted caramel cupcake, which I did just, I don't know what I just mentioned, but for our birthday, we got a Walmart gift card, and so we bought a lot of this with that. And so this is a budget-friendly video, which is really nice for us lately because a lot of the videos have been getting pretty expensive.
Someone probably just saw me take the base off of it.
Yeah, because this is the frosting to cake ratio I want.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was filled too.
Okay, yep, right here.
Wish it had a touch more salt.
Yes, but it is speaking a lot to caramel. We know that people say it differently. That's got a really interesting caramel flavor to it.
I know.
It's almost milky, almost like dulce de leche. Someone's gonna make fun of me for the pronunciation of that, but that's how I say it.
When you're on the internet, you cannot please everyone. And that goes for everything. But especially pronunciation.
Yeah, the grammar police and the pronunciation police are everywhere on the internet.
I'm probably gonna save this to put a sauce on.
Yeah, we've got sides.
All right, do you want to try the burger, see if it's good?
Let's do that.
I'm definitely taking this piece of lettuce off.
Yeah.
Now, my favorite burger, if you tune into the channel, my favorite Wendy's burger, you probably already know, is the pretzel bacon pub. Now, this is the new, what is it called? Something nacho.
I don't exactly know what it's called, to be honest.
We'll put it on the screen. What I saw another reviewer say that this is a contender for his favorite between this and the pretzel bacon pub. So as a pretzel bacon pub fan, I am very, very excited.
They definitely delivered on the poblano queso in this. That is loaded.
I guess it's time to show them.
People have probably been waiting. So this does have like poblano queso, and it's got these like crunchy like corn nut things and some like crispy onions, stuff like that. We'll put on screen the description. That is an explosion of flavor right there.
That is excellent. And it is the perfect temperature.
Yeah, this is great.
This will be an interesting thing to bring up because we went for a double patty burger. We put out a poll on Instagram recently that had us shocked because we asked, would you typically grab, or, you know, if you could only choose one, do you go for a single patty burger or a multiple patty burger? Now, there was almost 700 votes.
Yeah.
On that, either 600 or 700 votes.
I think it's the most voted on poll that we've ever posted on Instagram.
It was 50-50 out of hundreds of votes.
That is the most division I've ever seen in a poll. Like that even. And that's usually everything will sway either completely one way or at least like a I don't know, 20%, 10%, whatever. Dead even. This is amazing. They did put a lot of the poblano queso on there, and so the crispy like corn nut type things are definitely quite soggy on ours, but that's also because it takes time to, you know, actually set up these videos and stuff. And so we are filming this at like an hour and a half after buying this burger.
Yeah. And we had them in the oven.
Ooh, one more shot.
But some of those little crispy corn nut things were on the outside of mine, and they were very crispy, very flavorful. I do see how someone could put this on the same level as the pretzel bacon pub.
I'd say for a fast food burger, this gets a solid 9 out of 10. For me, 9 out of 10.
Pickles are the one thing I'm missing.
I feel like they wouldn't belong though.
They wouldn't belong on this burger, but a burger experience in general.
Pickled jalapenos. That would fit right in. Give you that little bit of vinegar, a little bit of acid.
But it would follow the theme.
That would be really great. You'll have to let us know what your favorite Wendy's burger is, because they've been bringing out a lot of different ones. They have that mozzarella one, like the mozzarella one that was alright. They have pretzel bacon pub. I think they recently had another one. So they're just rotating them out.
Wendy's delivers on not only the flavor on these specialty burgers, but they give you the right amount of sauce.
It's perfect. This one in particular, it's just the perfect amount of cheese. Because if anyone who watches this channel knows, we're the biggest cheese guys in the world. As much cheese as you can possibly get into or onto something, that is the right amount of cheese. It must be too much. Which is always why I think it's funny that like 99% of like internet memes that have to do with dairy are about how everyone's lactose intolerant or how everyone's going to be exploding in the bathroom after. They eat like, they'll post like a scoop of ice cream and they're like, oh, I'm going to be dying later. Like, I'm going to be hurting tonight. And I'm like, people must be blown away watching these two white guys just pound the dairy and just like, never going to mention once that's a problem, because it's not.
I don't even think about it.
No, I don't even consider dairy to be different than any other food.
This burger is next level, man. Now, coming to the end of this burger, one of the whole points that we do at least once a year, a video where we just leave it in real time, is to show people that it is possible to eat this much food in one sitting and enjoy yourself for the most part.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, even just after eating a double cheeseburger, are full. Like a lot of our friends growing up could not hang when it comes to eating a lot of food. And then you have people like us, absolute freaks, you're gonna see if you hang out for long enough, that can just keep eating. So somebody out there would be full after just this.
And that blows my mind, the way that some people's minds are blown that we can eat as much as we do in one sitting. But I will say as well, because we just ate a beef patty burger. Something that we should bring up is that we have been getting an overwhelming number of comments recently. I don't know if the YouTube algorithm is for some reason like pushing some of our old videos that maybe we said that we were vegetarian in. We're having a lot of people recently just be like, wait, I'm confused. I thought you were vegetarian, with us eating a burger, especially in like our fast food videos recently. And we're like, it's been well over a year. And so like, we've had meat in many videos at this point, but on our like right after our 30th birthday,
everyone's just giving away the fact that they stopped watching our channel.
Yeah, good point.
Over a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. But no, like when after our 30th birthday, we were like, okay, I think a decade is long enough for having been vegetarian. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. It's just more of a, I'm not all that into meat, and so why bother eating it on the day to day? I just think it's like, it's secondary to a lot of other foods for someone like me. Like I'd rather eat cottage cheese or Greek yogurt than like low fat chicken on the day to day. Like that's just my personal preference. But yeah, we ended up doing like a fast food chicken sandwich and a fast food burger, like tier list kind of video, or just like a ranking video. And that's when it all ended. It's been about a year. We are no longer vegetarian, and we feel no different having introduced meat into our diets.
I didn't even realize it. I know exactly what I want to eat next.
There's carrot cake?
Yes. Yeah. Walmart recently started selling Carlo's Bakery carrot cake. Now, when you buy carrot cake from the grocery store, 9 times out of 10, it's not hitting cream cheese frosting the way I want it to hit cream cheese frosting. So when I saw Carlo's Bakery, I got excited, thinking that maybe because it's an actual bakery, this will speak to that.
Yeah, and this thing looks absolutely fantastic. And it does look like real deal cream cheese frosting, you know?
Yeah.
So I'll show you the heel because that's where you'll actually be able to see it. But it's like, whenever you go to the grocery store, if you see a cake that's supposed to be carrot cake, and it's got like pure white frosting, that is like the telltale, like that is the indicator that you are about to get a very lackluster cream cheese frosting, because it's got to have that yellowish tint to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's got like this different look to it.
Also, for anybody that does want to know if this is good, it does not contain walnuts, and apparently that's a big deal breaker for some people. I like walnuts on carrot cake, but
this is real deal. It's not the Cheesecake Factory, but it is at least 5 times better than the average store-bought carrot cake. And we've had a lot. We did an entire carrot cake video a while ago.
yes.
We did like gas station, grocery store. We did like local restaurant, like chain restaurant, all that stuff, like a bunch of different kinds of carrot cake. This is up there with like, if this was in that video, it would have been like second or third.
The interesting thing for me, it's lacking on the textural component. Like sometimes you get a carrot cake and it's like, it's like texture city.
I like the very textured carrot cake, like Wright's Dairy Farm carrot cake. We've had it on the channel. It's like, it's like not together. Like it kind of like falls apart. It's so textured.
Yeah, this is like very smooth.
An excellent cream cheese ratio.
This would be the carrot cake for the people who don't really love carrot cake.
It definitely has like the texture to just like a standard white cake or a yellow cake or something like that. And this cream cheese frosting, I feel, would be perfect for people who don't like too tangy. Like for people who don't like really tangy cream cheese frosting, I feel like this would be like perfect because it's somewhere in between where it's not super tangy.
And for me, I like a very textured carrot cake, and I like the tangiest of the tangy cream cheese frostings. Do I still really like this? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
But I'm easy to please.
Yep. That's for sure. It takes a lot for me to really not like something.
Now, I guess on the point that I was talking about earlier, about how this would have, somebody would already be full right now, is the idea that, especially with the fact that the channel has gained some new viewership recently, that brings about a lot more accusations from people saying they just spit it out, or they can't actually eat that much food. So this is the perfect opportunity for us to be able to show you that we are very capable of eating as much as we eat in our videos, and we do, and we keep it down, and we don't spit anything out. And this is just a good opportunity to show people, like, because some people physically cannot comprehend how somebody's body can fit this much food into it. And I have to understand, just as much as I don't understand how somebody can't eat this much food.
Yeah, just the fact that I can't comprehend how someone can deadlift, 1,000 pounds. You know how strong men are like lifting the amount of weights that they are in competition. I'm watching that and going, this can't be possible, but it is, But I'm not skeptical enough to say it's fake, But yeah, no, it's just like, that's definitely something that has come up a lot with like the recent videos, especially hopping from restaurant to restaurant, doing the bigger edits and stuff, which apparently a lot more people enjoy that kind of video, us being out and about and going around to different places and stuff, but it also does leave a lot more in question because the videos have to be highly edited to be able to either like, for people that actually want to watch them, but also because there is so much time, like within those videos, you have to go from location to location and stuff. But we do want it to be said, and we want to make it abundantly clear that we have never faked not even one thing in any of our videos, and we never will. So I just want to say that blatantly up front, as sternly as I possibly can, that is the fact. We have never done anything in the past, and we will never do anything in the future that should be questioned. I mean, people will question it no matter what, but any actual viewer of this channel that knows us and likes us, at least they know. Yeah. So if you see people accusing us of stuff in the comment section, like, don't feel like you have to, but if you want to stand up for us, you can direct them to this video with me saying this, that we have never and we will never ever fake anything. At that point, I wouldn't make food videos. I wouldn't make food videos.
Like, somebody out there wants to fit in and pretend they can eat a lot of food on the internet. I find that hilarious. If anything, it should be embarrassing, the fact that we are on the internet showing people that we can eat this much food. It's ludicrous.
Yep.
But anyways, like Nate said, yeah, you guys know this video is not going to be our biggest, most popular video. No. But it does work as proof. And this is not our first very long, extremely high calorie eating video that we left in real time.
Yeah.
But again, once a year, little update, little
reminder to everyone, little opportunity for someone, because the thing is, people who are accusing you of that aren't going and watching more of your videos. They're just like, oh, we don't like these guys, they're fakes, and then they walk away.
It's also funny because they say it like definitively, like they just spit the food out. Well, where did you get that idea?
No.
You say it like it's fact, and you haven't come and watched this.
No. You just pulled it out of thin air.
Anyways, now we're getting riled up. Let's move on to something else.
We're the most wholesomely angry people. Everyone loves to talk about how wholesome our channel is. We're getting all worked up, and people are probably like, oh, they're doing it in such a nice way, We're like trying to be mean right now, We're trying to make fun of people. We're trying to be like I don't know, we're trying to say, we don't fake it. For Christ's sake, look at what we're doing. But we're doing it in the nicest way.
It's like Ryan Trahan. Except he has 14 million subscribers. But it's a very wholesome dude. If he was mad, I probably wouldn't be able to process it.
To take it seriously.
Anyways, what are we doing next?
You tell me. Let's try this Kinder bar. It says new on the package. If I say that it's new, everyone's gonna be like, that's not new, it's been around forever. So I don't know whether it's new or not. But it says new. Okay, there you go. Yeah, we've never had it before. It says it's filled with a melty filling. We don't have a lot of Kinder products in the US.
If you want proof of that, you can go watch our Christmas food challenge from a couple years ago where I said, that's not my favorite Kinder product.
Yeah, you said that's the least Kinder product that has ever existed.
And it was apparently the most Kinder product that has ever existed. But I was disappointed that it didn't have wafer and cream in it. And apparently...
Because that's what we thought. We thought that was Kinder,
Because that's the Kinder bar, the bueno, the Kinder bar around here at least.
Yeah, this is that one. This is the one we're about to try. That apparently is new. That's probably not new.
I like it. It's solid. Not as much as the Bueno, but I like it.
No, that's solid. We've had a couple of embarrassing moments like that on the channel, though. Like something like that where people are just like, guys, that's what Kinder's known for. We're like, oops. But the worst of the worst one.
It's gotta be from the caramel challenge.
Yes, it was.
Caramel.
We even had to put a pinned comment to stop people from letting us know, because after like the second we uploaded that video, and
it was over.
It got like 10 views. Once it got like 10 views, it was someone saying, guys, you said it wrong. And we're like, oh no. Oh no, but you can't take the video down and re-upload it. So we had to do a pinned comment because everyone was roasting us for that.
Well, it was we.
Yeah, we said oi.
So the French pronunciation being we, and we said oi. And then we made
it a thing.
We kind of made it a thing, yeah. We were asking for it, I guess. Before we get too far into this, I think I need to try a slice of chocolate cake.
Yes, absolutely.
Because chocolate, if you'd like to understand how it feels when you eat an excessive amount of food, typically chocolate and things that are extremely rich or really dark become less pleasurable the more full you get.
Oh yeah.
I guess everybody can connect and know what it's like to be overly full.
Yeah.
So I guess that wouldn't be that big of a surprise.
And everything does get less enjoyable as you make your way through, but rich things have like yeah, no problem. That came out the weird like that felt so like professional, or I don't even know what that came out like, but it was weird. But yeah, like chocolate and rich things just have an extra layer to that, like this is no longer even kind of enjoyable.
Yeah.
Whereas like something like vanilla, like a vanilla cupcake or something like that, when you're like extremely full, you can find a way of enjoying it to a degree, but chocolate becomes this like, oh,
that's tough.
Yeah. Nothing about this is fun. That looks pretty solid. We have never had this one again as well. Like we said, a lot of the things that we have today.
We're seizing the opportunity to try some things that we've been wanting to try. And we typically don't spring towards chocolate cake, but it's been a while since we've had chocolate.
Since our chocolate cake video, since I've had chocolate cake, where we did all the chain restaurant chocolate cakes. But Walmart has a few different kinds of chocolate cake, and this is their Hershey's one. It seemed like the richest and the most decadent, and that's what we figured we'd be in the mood for
some reason. And it's nice. It doesn't touch the elite chocolate cakes that came out on top in that video, but it's better than a couple of the low-performing ones from that video.
You know what this is similar to? The Buffalo Wild Wings.
What I remember that cake to be like.
For me, that's kind of what I would equate it to. The frosting in the center, really, really nice. I would never guess. Well, actually, no. It kind of does have a Hershey's syrup type flavor to it.
You just removed half of the audience from being interested in never trying this.
Yeah.
Oh, Hershey's. Hershey's chocolate. You can't have a Hershey's bar on the channel and even slightly act like you enjoy it without hearing from all the people that hate Hershey's chocolate saying that you shouldn't even be enjoying it.
Hershey's is gross.
Tastes disgusting. What I did just realize, I brought something in case I wanted to, if I needed a beverage for this chocolate cake, I brought a little milk.
The thing that confuses me, let me rant.
Because this is gonna make someone real happy.
Yeah, that's gonna make someone real happy. But let me rant for a second. It's more like the thing that I don't understand about the whole Hershey's thing is how are they the largest chocolate company? I don't know if it's just in America or if it is the world, but why is everyone buying it? You can never get rid of it. You never will get rid of it, but nobody likes it. You know, the second you start eating it, everyone's like, Hershey's is the worst. Hershey's syrup is disgusting. Hershey's chocolate bars taste like poop. You know, it's like whenever you have it, everyone comes out of the woodworks. But how is it that apparently everyone loves it too? Because I think everyone's just afraid of saying that they love it.
Maybe. I don't love it. I also just don't hate it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of neutral, but I don't hate it, and I don't feel the need to tell everyone that they shouldn't like it just because I don't think it's the best chocolate in the world. Anyways, this is outstanding though. I actually think it's a great great store-bought chocolate cake. I love it. We've had one from Stop and Shop that was incredibly dry, and so that was disappointing. But I haven't had a Walmart cake yet. Oh, I've had frosting probably on my sleeve this entire time. I mean cake. But I don't know that we've had a Walmart cake that's been particularly bad yet. I'll think about it and get back to you. The best Walmart cake of all time. I wonder who cares about this conversation. We're gonna have to think of something. We have a lot to say about Walmart Bakery because we've tried probably more items from it than anyone else in this world. We're gonna have to think of a comment prompt at some point for the people that are really committed to watching this video. Because when we did our longest mukbang challenge, Mukbang with the Munchies, we said in that video, no one's watching this. No one's gonna watch this. And then people got mad. They're like, I watched the whole thing. They did not like us making fun of ourselves by saying that we're boring and saying you can't watch this. But that became really funny because it was a challenge for us to see how long could we physically eat for. And then it was obviously a lot of food. But then it became a challenge for the viewer to actually watch the entire video. They took us saying, you're never going to be able to watch this as their own challenge. Mm-hmm. And so it was this double challenge of us saying, how long can we eat? And the viewer going, challenge accepted. How long can I watch? I love it. Comment accepted. If you are accepting the challenge of watching this video in its entirety. Yeah. We'll do one more comment prompt, and so we'll know if we see all three. If we see all three in there, we'll know the real ones, you know? Yeah, we got the first, won't repeat it. We got the second, won't repeat it. Mm-hmm. And then we got the third, coming at some real arbitrary moment that none of us can anticipate. Maybe what we'll do is we'll have people answer a specific question to know. Because then I have seen sometimes, I've seen like once or twice before, someone comment the word with a question mark as if like, I don't know why people are saying this, so I'm trying to join in, you know? So like, we'll make sure that people can't cheat. We'll have them answer a question that we know is an answer to a question, but that people can't steal. Oh, look it. Oh, that's juicy. I like that. We'll have to do that again sometime, if it works. I'm happy with that decision. I'd say this is like the perfect cake to frosting ratio for someone who isn't just a frosting freak. You know? Yeah. Because there are people like us out there who are just like, give me 1/3 cake, 2/3 frosting, and that's what makes me happy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if there was half the amount of cake that was on this with the same amount of frosting. Yes. But I think that this is probably just the right amount because even if we have like a family get together, our family members are not like us. We're just a unique couple of people. So if we have like a family get together, some people will push the frosting off of the cake. And I'm like, that's the only part that I want. And it like boggles my mind that someone's like, oh, I don't want that part. Like that's the best part for me. And 90% of the time, we can't take it from them because we're probably not eating cake that day because we're either post filming a video or getting ready to film a video, and you have to make sacrifices because again, we said we are in the boat of people who do it honestly and we keep it down and we do it with 100% honesty. And that means you gotta make sacrifices. Yeah. I won't go on about that too much, but typically we're not taking all the frosting from our family, but we would in a different life when we stop doing this. Yeah, and maybe we'll like try to choose what we're gonna eat next and I'll kind of expound on that just a touch. What are you thinking? Let me just grab some chips. Yes, let's grab some chips. Now these are the queso ruffles. And we're fans of Ruffles. We've only had them once on the channel. We're fans of Ruffles, but we're also not really fans of potato chips. Yeah, like we're not like Lay's guys or anything. I'll just show you these because to see how heavily seasoned they are. But we used to like Ruffles a lot when we were like kids and stuff, and so they're like a nostalgic one that tend to hit. But we've never had this queso flavor. Well, you're in for a treat.
That's my kind of potato chip.
Yeah. Reminds me a little bit of the cheddar and sour cream.
I did just remember, before we get too far from this, when I started to make a point about Walmart bakery cakes, and then I confused myself and went on a rant. The best one we've tried so far, and it's not often that you can come by it, but it is the Ooey Gooey caramel cake.
I think it's discontinued.
It is 20 times better than the caramel cupcake that we have on the table right now. It was insane.
We actually, the first time we tried that, it was for, I believe it was either Mother's Day or my mother's birthday. One of the two. We were in charge of dessert. And so we're like, I guarantee if we don't tell anyone where this is from, that they will all be absolutely head over heels for it. And so sometimes we'll try to like trick people into trying certain things that are really good from the Walmart bakery by not telling them that they're from the Walmart bakery and then having them be like, where is this from? This is so good. And that was one of those situations. Everyone was like, where is this cake from? It's phenomenal. It's from the Walmart bakery. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was an amazing cake. But where I was going before, what were we talking about? Oh, you were talking about how, yeah, we're not usually eating frosting on those days because we're usually either post-video or about to shoot a video. We have gotten a bit better with that recently. Over the past year or so, is like allocating certain days of the year to being able to spend time with family and to make less sacrifices for the channel and trying to keep our personal lives in order, because that is like a thing that kind of did get to us a little bit in like 2021 and stuff, where it's like we're going so hot and heavy on the videos that we don't allow ourselves the opportunity to live life and to have fun. And so I guess like my point there being, it's been amazing. It's been so awesome being able to actually celebrate with people and eat with people and like have fun in that way and stuff. So I guess if like there is anyone watching this, I know that some people have difficulty like allocating those days or like enjoying themselves or like setting time aside for the holidays, and they end up being overly strict on the holidays or their birthday or anything. So I just encourage you, give it a chance. Just open yourself up, put yourself in the might be uncomfortable situation right now to kind of like venture out, have fun, live life with your family, just like not take things too seriously, and just trust that you'll get back on the wagon. I don't know why I felt the need to go down that road, but I did. And somebody's gonna love that you did. It's been really liberating, and I would love for other people to have those experiences that I've been able to have by making time to be able to do those things. I love it. These are so salty in the best way possible. Again, not a potato chip guy. Like you could put an entire bowl of Lay's original potato chips in front of me. I could eat one and I could stop. Yeah. It is that uninteresting to me. These I do see being addicting. We are 120% the people that are like, if you start something, you finish it, you know? And so if you don't finish it, all I'm gonna be doing is thinking about finishing it. And so to say that it's something I can walk away from, something like Lay's, that means I really don't care all that much about it. And so that's what we mean when we say like, that these are actually really good. Is like, I would finish them, and will finish them. I'm just gonna finish this part of the cupcake that was on the table. I do have Crunchy Biscoff, which is one of my favorite spreads in this world. I think it is my favorite spread in this world, honestly. I was saving the base of mine for the Biscoff, and then I think while you were talking, I ate it at some point. So, that's that. What do we want to do next? Because I can just keep snacking on these throughout the entire video. One second. So let's try the butterscotch Snickers. For anyone outside of the US, butterscotch Snickers are brand new to us. It's a butterscotch scoop Snickers. So I know in another country there is a butterscotch Snickers, but this one is supposed to be like butterscotch ice cream kind of Snickers. And we've been waiting for the just like the regular size bar to show up in our stores, because apparently these things have like showed up. They showed up in like store shelves like maybe maybe a month ago or so, and we just never found them. And the only way we can find them is in these little tiny mini things and have to buy an entire pack. So we just ended up buying them for this video. I'm just giving you all
all the ones that would be yours. This is empty now. I don't know if I should leave it on the table.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Alright. It's probably just gonna look like a Snickers inside, but I'll cut it.
Would you be full by now? I'm curious. Let me know. If at this point you'd still be going strong with us, or if you'd be tapped out.
It sure smells like butterscotch. Wow.
Like, I'm opening a couple of them just so you know, because I don't want to deal with packaging.
That's strong butterscotch.
Yeah. Like, it immediately smells like
Butterscotch syrup, which I'm a huge fan of butterscotch syrup. I've seen a couple of people that are reviewing this that just immediately go straight towards like the elderly people will be happy with this Snickers bar.
Yeah, my grandparents love butterscotch.
And I'm like, that's me. I love butterscotch.
I've always loved butterscotch.
Butterscotch syrup in particular. I'm not a fan of hard candies, and so I understand what people mean by the butterscotch hard candies, because that is a no-go for me. That gets a thumbs up for me. That is butterscotch.
You know what? I've seen a lot of people describe this as maple. And I understand where they're getting at. But a lot of people have been like, it's maple. And it's good, but it tastes like maple. I think it tastes like butterscotch.
Mm-hmm.
I think they nailed it.
It tastes a lot like butterscotch. But right at the end, it switches to maple donut. You know? If you've ever had a maple frosted donut from Dunkin', or a maple frosted donut in general, I'm sorry if I spit. That's what this tastes like on the tail end. Just like that.
Why not make it a maple donut?
It's a lot to chew.
No. We're not speeding this video up because it needs to be as transparent as possible. So that's a lot to chew though.
To the point where I even brought the only transparent thing that I could sip out of that was in our kitchen. Someone's gonna call me a hipster for drinking out of a mason jar. I don't drink out of these on the day-to-day. I literally drink out of the gray tumblers that we have in our videos. We don't have special cups for these videos. We just bring them in from the kitchen. That's what I use. The solid gray cup. But we have been getting called hipsters at least a couple of times in our videos.
Which is so funny.
And in a derogatory way. Like, people just be like, oh, hipsters, like stupid hipsters. It's like,
which is so funny because one,
I just never grew up from high school. I think that's what people are misunderstanding. It's like, I just never stopped wearing Vans because that's what I wore in high school. I never stopped buying shirts at PacSun because that's what I did in high school. You know, like.
But that's the funniest thing. A hipster would never wear something from PacSun.
Yeah.
A real hipster.
Yeah.
People that would call us that. Okay, one sec.
These are a lot to chew. He'll get there.
I'm making sure that you guys don't have to look at my mouth while I say this next point. But we're like post-scene people. You know,
there you go.
When we were in high school, it was when all the scene bands were popular.
Take Back Sunday, you know, like.
We're 31, by the way.
There you go.
So, if you want to go back and look at the music that was popular when we were in high school. So, that's how we kind of almost identify as like, we still kind of look like skaters and post-scene people. The real hipsters look nothing like us.
Yeah.
So if
you've ever been to Providence, Rhode Island.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like if
been
you've
to
ever been
the
west side of Providence, Rhode Island, then you would understand what a hipster is because you wouldn't even know what you were looking at. And the fact that people would call us hipsters actually just calls them slightly sheltered from any kind of,
maybe.
I don't know.
You know what? Here's what I'll say. If you ever go to a real hipster area like the west side of Providence, you would immediately notice why we're not necessarily extreme hipsters or hipsters at all. Because no one would be willing to be half as goofy, corny, and quirky and cute as these guys. Because those guys, they are I'm gonna bleep this out. They are they are everything. The world revolves around them, and they are the most snooty types of people that possibly exist. I'm roasting the hipsters.
They ain't eating fast food on YouTube.
No, absolutely not.
Anyways, oh man, we don't want to.
What are we doing? What is this video? I don't know if I'm embarrassed right now or if I'm like, hey, this is going all right.
I want to look at our YouTube analytics and see. Everybody just go, what? Skip.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
I'm very interested. YouTube analytics are interesting to look at because they contradict everything that everybody tells you. Oh, I love when you guys talk more. Well, look at the YouTube analytics to like one of our fast food videos and you'll see absolutely no one likes when we say anything. They're only looking for the human interaction of us ordering a piece of food and then they go to the next one. Like, they're officially the food close-up is the second most viewed thing in the video. Now it's the interaction or at a fast food restaurant or ordering something.
Now it's people don't want to see us. They want to see the fast food worker, and then they want the close-up of the food.
And then they're done.
And that's it.
It keeps us humble, I guess.
But then, everybody says, we want to see the food being eaten, and we want to hear your opinions. And then you look at the graph, and it says, I want to see the fast food worker, and I want to see the food close-up.
Yeah, we don't care about your opinions, and we don't want to watch you eat. But then we're going to accuse you of spitting food out, and we're going to skip over anything you said about the food that proves that you ate it.
And we're not going to look at your channel to see if you're actually capable of what you're doing.
Anyways, yeah. Gone off the rails. Okay, do we want to try cheesecake? Do we want to try maybe another fast food item? These chips just keep resetting my palate like hard.
They are a good choice. Let's do this. Let's do cheesecake. And then we'll go back to something savory.
Okay. You don't have to twist my arm.
I've been dying for cheesecake, so I'd like to get to it now. I'm feeling good.
Absolutely. That went a lot smoother than I thought it would.
If you guys want a fun...
I'm just gonna push this off.
If you guys want a fun little point that I did think about at one point that someone might find interesting and like something that they never would have considered, is that 9 times out of 10 when we're eating in this room, I'm eating the uglier food. Because Nate...
That's a funny point that I don't think we've ever actually made.
I don't think we've ever mentioned it. Because Nate has the camera fits on his side of the room, so it just kind of worked out that he's taken ownership of showing you guys the food. And in the process, we typically make sure that he has the... Like, if you have a pack of cupcakes, he has the one that looks better.
Yeah, the best looking one. Usually it doesn't look all that much different, but we try to make sure that you guys get the better looking one to some degree. Because in the end, I don't care what it looks like as long as it tastes good. That's all that matters to me.
I'm going in with my hands.
All right, go for it. Now this is a strawberry swirl cheesecake from Junior's, and Junior's is an elite cheesecake company.
Oh.
It is one of our favorites.
Let me tell you, for some reason, I wanted this cheesecake today. My spirit told me that I wanted this cheesecake at room temp as room temp could get. Typically, I like cheesecake a little bit chilled. And this has been sitting out for a while. And it is excellent.
Look how much strawberry filling is in that. And their cheesecake is just so unbelievably fluffy. It has a sponge bottom rather than a graham cracker bottom. Wow, it is so good.
And the difference with this being as at room temp as it could be is it's just so silky.
Wow.
And just so smooth. It's everything I've been wanting.
Because sometimes if it comes straight out of the fridge, it can be a bit more dense. It's difficult to get down. This just like, it almost like, it not dissolves, but it just kind of just like immediately collapses the second you take a bite.
This is a lactose intolerance person's nightmare.
Yeah.
Washing cheesecake down with a little bit of whole milk.
Cheesecake in one hand, whole milk in another. I'm going another scoop of Biscoff. I think that would be really good. Biscoff and a strawberry swirl cheesecake.
I haven't even opened my Biscoff yet.
I'm gonna be through mine by the end of this video. Not that anyone cares to see this again, but
Let me know how that is. If it's worth trying. The cheesecake is just so good by itself, and that strawberry flavor is present.
the thing that's nice about this is that the crunchy Biscoff has those really crispy little like what is it called, like the lotus cookie bits in it, which might add some nice texture to the cheesecake as well.
Yeah? Give it a go.
I love that. I love that because you're getting that light fruitiness, and then you're getting this molassesy depth, and so it contrasts very nicely.
Well, you'll be hearing from me. I hope he doesn't hate it.
It's rare that we don't enjoy the same thing.
It's excellent. It's not as good as without it, I don't think, but I think it's very good.
I like it both ways. What are some things? What are some things that I hate that you like, or some things that are the opposite? I'm looking at that right now. For a very long time, probably from the age of 17 to like 29, we had one very different one, which is candy corn. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Candy corn.
Now, candy corn is a very controversial candy that I have always liked.
Pete's always liked. I liked when I was a kid because there wasn't anything I didn't like as a kid besides olives and tomatoes. But when it comes to candy corn, this shows just how long I've been this way. I think when I was around 16, I think it was left over at school or something, there was like a massive box of candy corn that was left over from like, I don't know whether it was like an after school event or something like that, but it just sat in a back hallway for probably 6 months or so until it was about to expire. So they were about to throw it out. And so me, being just like a stupid teenager, I just filled an entire backpack with as many bags of candy corn as I could possibly get into them. And I just ate a full bag of candy corn until I had a stomach ache like every day for a week. By the time I was done with that, I hated candy corn so much. I hated it so much that just the thought of it for every year since was nauseating to me. And it literally became repulsive to me. And so for a very long time, that was a thing that we were we disagreed heavily on, was I absolutely hated candy corn because I made myself hate candy corn, and he liked candy corn.
An interesting food that I hated growing up and would boggle people's minds is I could not bear the taste of watermelon.
And that was my favorite fruit.
I hated it. There was something about it. But at some point in my early 20s, I was working at a grocery store and I had a really good watermelon. And it still didn't like hit for me, but I kind of understood the thing. I understood something about it that people would enjoy. Mm-hmm. And then I would slowly kind of have it every once in a while, still not being my favorite, but being able to understand. And then it switched to, oh, I like it. I still don't love it, but I like it.
I don't even know at what point the whole tomato thing changed.
Yeah, I hated tomatoes.
Hated tomatoes growing up.
There was something very weird about like the burst of juice that came out of a tomato that bothered me. It was very, very odd.
Someone's not gonna like it just because of the way that you described it. You're gonna be like, I like tomatoes, but now I don't. No, that was something that bothered me. Tomatoes was a long time coming. But then I think that there's more things that I loved as a kid that I don't like now that you agree with. That like we both really loved as kids that we don't like now than things that we don't like. Like, I mean that we I don't know what I'm saying. I think there's a lot of things that we liked when we were kids that we now don't like. One of those things being pasta. The second thing being Chinese food. Because I think that if there is two
Neither one of those, we are not against either one of those, and we don't dislike it. It's just one of those things that you ate so much as a child that you no longer have any ounce of appreciation for.
Yeah, and so it just feels like a chore. Like if I have to eat, if I sit here with a bowl of pasta, I know I'm offending so many people right now. People are hating me for saying this, but I'm saying it anyways. We did a poll. What do you like more? Lasagna, spaghetti, or ravioli? And spaghetti came out on top. I can't think of one thing that I find that's white bread to me.
Lackluster.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is for us. Again, mainly because pasta was like dinner 6 days a week for the first 17 years of our lives. And the one day that wasn't pasta was Chinese. So neither of them are interesting to us at 31.
Yeah. Whereas a lot of the other things that we liked as kids have nostalgia, and so we love them even more today than we did back then. But not pasta and not Chinese food. We'll have to give Chinese food a shot again though, because it's been longer that since I've had Chinese food than pasta.
Also, now that we eat meat again, I feel like half of the appeal of Chinese food, Americanized Chinese food.
Yeah.
You don't need to roast us in the comment section. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Americanized Chinese food is what we're talking about. And half of the, not half, 90% of the appeal of Americanized Chinese food to me is the chicken. Wow, that cheesecake was everything I wanted it to be.
Yeah. We've been wanting to do a full Juniors video. We just haven't had the opportunity yet. There's actually a Juniors restaurant, a Juniors Cheesecake Cafe. It's a ways away from us. It's in Connecticut. We live in Rhode Island, but both in New England. And someday I would love to visit there. I would love to. You're gonna have to let us know if you'd actually like to see us go there and try all the cheesecakes. I know we brought it up in the past where we said like if you'd want to see us do like a Juniors versus Cheesecake Factory, but that would be only like the store-bought Juniors. At the actual restaurant, they have like way bigger, grander, sicker cheesecakes. A little bit more in lines with the Cheesecake Factory, but definitely different.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it. We'll have to figure it out more because, to be honest, I do feel like a lot of the people watching the video right now, you guys, would probably enjoy watching that experience. The problem is, we need people to click on it for it to be worth it, and I don't yet know how to make people do that.
Yeah.
So, it's a skill to learn how to make a video that people will click on that we have not really figured out.
Yeah, exactly.
We're doing our best.
Yeah, we're definitely doing our best.
We didn't succeed at this one, we already know it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to try something with this smoke burnt ends dip that we have only tried once before.
Yeah, I think we posted it on our Instagram story one time. It's from Walmart. It's market side, and it's called Smokehouse Burnt Ends Dip, which is made with cream cheese, smoked beef brisket, brown sugar, green onions, and barbecue spices. If I remember correctly, this thing had just like the most ridiculous depth to it, and just like this incredibly intense savoriness while also carrying a bit of sweetness because of that brown sugar. And it does taste like beef brisket.
It's crazy. It is very sweet.
Yeah.
Which I don't think anybody has trouble believing that that's not a selling point for us. But it's also very savory in that like meaty brisket kind of flavor. We didn't know exactly what to eat it on because we knew if we just ate it on white bread, everyone would be like, why am I still here? You would have less of a reason to be watching right now than you already have. So while we were at Wendy's grabbing the new burger, we both grabbed just like a regular tried and true standard item that we could put the beef brisket dip on.
Yeah, just going for like the cheap ones. We've built up enough rewards points at this point to be able to get a couple free items.
Exactly, this was free. I have a double stack.
And I got the crispy chicken sandwich. Yes, we wrapped in foil to keep it warm. Which is definitely not warm anymore. But we've probably been here for a long time.
We have no idea how long we've been here, and we have no plan on rushing this process.
No.
The whole point is for people to see two people that can eat for an unreasonable amount of time.
And enjoy it for an even more unreasonably long amount of time. Little trick when you go to Wendy's and you're buying a value menu item, because we have learned a couple of tricks. The reason why I bring this up is because Pete forgot to implement this trick and I did not. It's fun because when certain fast food restaurants charge you an arm and a leg for every customization that you make. McDonald's being one of the worst offenders, Taco Bell probably being the second worst offender. But something that's cool about Wendy's is that first of all, they don't charge you extra for sauces. But also, if you get a cheap burger like the double stack or like the junior bacon cheeseburger or like this crispy chicken sandwich, if you take off the regular bun, you can for free sub it out for the premium brioche bun, which is so much better.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So every single time I get a value menu item now, I just take off like the really crappy bun that just tastes like white bread.
The one I have.
Yeah, and I replace it for the very buttery brioche one. Here's my crispy chicken sandwich that you probably don't care to see. Because people don't like value menu items as much as I would hope that they did.
Here's one bonus point for me though. Because I got the double stack, I can put the smoked ends dip on both sides. Eat an open face.
Yeah, I'm gonna load it up. This might be kind of weird. Chicken and beef on the...
Mine should make sense.
Because that spread tastes, like I said, it tastes like the beef. Outstanding. What a combo. We were saying, before we started, that people were going to be shocked by the fact that we didn't bring any actual cream cheese to this video. Because we're like, we've brought cream cheese to probably every real-time video. We brought cream cheese to one of our chocolate bar challenges. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the Hershey's bar.
I'm proud of that fact.
We brought cream cheese and spread cream cheese on the chocolate bar. That's weird, but that's how much we love cream cheese. But then I realized that we brought this smokehouse burnt ends dip, which the first ingredient of is cream cheese. Well, we did talk about YouTube analytics. And the reality is, I think we started eating so much cream cheese on the channel that every time we broke out an item in which involved us eating cream cheese on a carbohydrate, everyone skipped. Everybody left. And I can understand that. Like, we are reasonable. We can understand why some people would be like, oh, it's too much cream cheese or something. And so we get it, but we still love it. But it's been a little while since we brought it into a video because of that fact. Like, trying to be considerate of our audience to some degree. That's a combo. I'm sure the beef and beef makes more sense, but it's fantastic.
Wendy's needs to get Walmart to supply them with that. Do a collab.
Well, before we ended up going to Wendy's, we almost went to Burger King. But then we decided last minute not to for some reason, because we wanted to try the new Wendy's burger, that was why. But I think that Burger King onion rings with this sauce would be ultimate. I think that would be like the perfect pairing for this sauce. And the reason why I'm not upset that we didn't do that is for the fact that Burger King onion rings are so good when you get them. If we had had to wait an hour, hour and a half like we did with the burger, no thank you.
I think that was the longest lull we've had in conversation yet.
Yeah. Have we been talking like a lot? Oh yeah, this is definitely I remember watching the Toblerone video back when editing it and going, holy cow, how in the world did we talk this much? That is the longest chocolate bar challenge probably on the internet. Because we're afraid, I mean, we already know. We're grateful for the few of you that are hanging out with us right now that have taken up the challenge of making it through this video. But for the most part, people are gone. And we feel like the more we talk, the more we might be able to keep one more person. Just one more of you. I guess we should think of another comment prompt. Maybe what we can do, we'll put the ingredients list of this spread back up on screen and just comment one of the ingredients. Whether it's beef,
That's too complicated.
no, beef brisket or onion or like
Give them a number.
cream cheese.
The third ingredient.
But then that's too easy because then if someone sees that ingredient and a bunch of people commenting it, they can easily just be like, whatever. Do whatever you want.
We're gonna think of a new comment prompt.
Paige didn't like my comment prompt.
Stay tuned for one that I approve of.
I thought it was pretty good.
Someone's still gonna do it. I'm gonna have no idea what's going on. But you can take up that responsibility. If someone comments the word green onions, I'm gonna know exactly what you mean.
That was fun. That was fun. Spicier than I remember it being though. Like quite a bit spicier. It got a nice back heat to it. Really mellow. But it works nice as a whole. Especially because of that brown sugar. The sweetness definitely balances out that heat quite a bit. Like, mostly done this. It's not bad with the chips either. Like always with these videos, I have no concept of how much we've eaten yet. No. Is it a lot? Is it a little? Absolutely none. But something I'd be curious in, I don't know if we just need to do a poll for this, or if people want to comment their opinion on this, but I'd be interested in seeing how many people feel differently about dipping versus scooping when it comes to dips or spreads. Because I am, and for my entire life, have always been a scooper. So you will have to let us know, I guess.
The chip is the mere vessel.
Yeah.
For the dip.
That's how it was growing up with French fries, with tortilla chips, with like vegetables in a dip, with like fruit and like the cream cheese dip, anything. I'm always this is what you do. Here, I guess I'll just show you. That is how you use it, you know? But then there's the people that do this. I can't sympathize less. When we were, of course, back to story time from when Pete and Nate were kids, we used to do a movie night, of course, with our family. And whenever we did,
Not religiously, we weren't that wholesome.
yeah,
But occasionally there would be a movie night.
no, movie nights were pretty regular, I guess, in our house because we did nachos and cheese. And so it was just like tortilla chips and either cheese and salsa. We called it nachos and cheese, but it's tortilla chips and two sides. But the amount of nacho cheese that Pete and Nate used to go through. My poor mother would go to the wholesale club and she would buy, or was it the restaurant supply store probably even back then, she would buy the massive can of the nacho cheese. And little Pete and Nate, not so little Pete and Nate, used to just dump that stuff into the bowls, heat it up as hot as it could get, scoop all of the tortilla chips, as much nacho cheese as you could get, and we'd go through like 3 bowls. Meanwhile, the rest of our family goes through like 1. Maybe another reason why we don't eat tortilla chips and queso. Like we've had it on the channel like once. Yeah, maybe. Tortilla chips are another one that we lost interest in, with the exception of the Nutella nachos that we had in our Munchies mukbang or whatever that we did earlier this year, like the Munchies Creations video, where Nutella nachos I think is our favorite from that video. But that is one of the only applications in which I really, really enjoy tortilla chips today.
Yeah. Now you may be thinking to yourself, well, I thought you only left videos in real time once a year, because that's what you said in the intro. Now we try to not do that too often. It is nice for us to be able to catch our breath with editing and with, especially right now, filming these videos where we go out and about and take the cameras with us and everything. It's stressful.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Because we don't know what we're doing. We're winging it. We know how to edit. That's my job. I am literally a video editor. And so I can edit myself out of a bad situation, but I am not a good videographer, which means I'm spending most of the week trying to fix the mess that I made while filming the video. You will see in the last video we uploaded, I missed audio for like 5 times during that video. And it's just us going, how the heck are we gonna get people to understand what is happening right now?
But that said, it has been very stressful. That's been the past 4 videos. So this is a good opportunity for us to kind of catch our breath and make sure that we don't burn out completely. But we left that Munchies mukbang that you were talking about in real time, and that was recent. But the objective of that video is to just make ridiculous creations on camera.
Yeah.
The intention of this video, beyond talking a whole lot, is to continuously eat our way through this entire thing and show people how much we can eat. Now, we are not the best eaters in any way, shape, or form. This is gonna sound like we're like
tooting our own horn.
Like we're doing like a weird flex on the fact that we can eat this much. But it's really for the fact that people don't think it's physically possible to eat this much.
Yeah.
And we're still in good spirits. And I'm assuming that we're decently far into calories and weight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to actually do out, because again, we said it at the very, very beginning of this video.
But that's to say, we are not the best eaters.
Yeah.
Which is why we find it funny that people think what we do is impossible.
Yeah. Pete's actually had to convince me of the fact that we're decent eaters. Like, and I'm not joking there, where I used to have this feeling that this was a pretty common thing, to be able to fit this much food into your body. And my thought on it was, it's not that it's uncommon, it's that people aren't willing to do it. They're not willing to, like it's just that no one else would want to feel really uncomfortable and to max out. And he's had to actually bring me to the side of, no, this is like not normal. Like, it's not that you were just willing to do it, it's that people actually can't. Like, and showing me the fact that like the average person's stomach capacity is like 2 pounds or something like that. They can eat like 2 pounds in one sitting, excuse me. And that's like, I've had to actually kind of like open my mind up to the idea that, oh, I'm actually somewhat good at this, but I'm not good enough to ever be able to actually compete or like to be to make money doing competitive eating, which is why content is the right move for us.
We've just heard from so many people like, oh my God, it doesn't make sense to me how anybody can eat this much food. And then I've been out with enough people that like are like, oh, I'm very legitimately full to the brim. I can't take one more bite. And I'm like, you've had like half a sandwich. And me not being able to convey to them how I can eat 11 pounds of food before I'm like happy. Anyways, all that to say, I have come around to kind of understanding people with apprehensions or people questioning whether what certain people do on the internet is legitimate, because I have to understand that it's that much of like physically impossible for someone to understand watching us right now in real time, which is why we are not editing this video. For people like that to be able to see, it's possible. It may not be possible for you, but it is possible. And again, that's from us not thinking that we're even close to the best at this.
You know what? I don't think that that's actually something we've ever talked about in real time, because a lot of the things that we've said today, actually, I think today's been a very interesting day. I think that we've touched on some things and ranted about some things that are pretty new.
This is a special one.
Yeah,
This is done, by the way.
We also had absolutely we had no structure coming into today. We actually thought about, should we write down some talking points? And we just go, nah, we'll wing it. We'll just see what comes out, because this is what we do. We just talk every day. Like, this is just our lives, it's just us talking. But where was I going with that? I lost my train.
You were gonna start talking about what was it? I don't know. We're taking.
Yep. I said something that we haven't talked about on this channel.
Well, we were talking about the fact that we're not the best eaters.
Yeah, I lost it.
Okay.
All
right, moving on. I'm gonna go to this Rice Krispies marshmallow bar. Now, they released this at the same time that they released a strawberries and cream version, and we expected that the strawberry one was gonna blow us out of the water.
Blow this out.
Or blow this out of the water. No, you blow us out of the water. That makes sense. It was gonna blow our minds. Yeah. Okay. We thought the strawberry one was going to come out on top. And anyways, we tried them side by side, and the marshmallow was the one that has lived with us. We've only had it once. We're very excited to have it again.
Yeah. We tried them both on our Patreon. I know anyone that wants to be a patron that's watching this video right now would already be a patron.
You know what? I think I might know where you were going with that talking point. Which is it the idea that people think it's impossible to eat 10,000, like, people get the idea confused.
This wasn't, but this is better.
Okay, this is a good point then. So, again, when you eat food on the internet, people just say you spit it out, people say you throw it up. We don't, and we do everything honestly, and we hope this video kind of helps prove that to some degree. But we feel like there's a really weird narrative with the idea of people faking challenges, because somebody, we all know who it is, if you've followed food challenges for long enough, faked a 100,000 calorie challenge. Now here's the deal. Eating 100,000 calories is pretty much physically impossible. It is a human impossibility, with maybe the exception of 1 to 2 humans on the planet. And even then, it's highly, highly questionable. To be able to eat 10,000 calories in a single sitting is very much within human potential. It has been done so many times by us, by other eaters. But we think that because there was a narrative of someone faking a very huge piece of content,
who did it on purpose and said that he did,
that it's now physically impossible to do anything.
Yeah. So basically, a conversation that we were having is, I think that the internet is generally confused by that whole thing. Because someone did a 120,000 calorie challenge, faked the whole thing, and then outed himself for it being fake. And now people think that 10,000 calorie challenges are all fake. But it's not a 10,000 calorie challenge that he faked. It was a 120,000 calorie challenge that he faked, that he probably ate 10,000 calories in the process of. 10,000 calories or 10 pounds of food or anything within that range. Eating like 20,000 calories even for like really good eaters, maybe all the way up to like 30,000, something along those lines. Those are like, that is within human capability. But now the everyday person that has seen that one person faked this thing that's way out in no man's land, now that person thinks that 10,000 calories and 100,000 calories are the same thing. And it's like kind of mind-boggling, and it's like, it's somewhat disheartening. You know, it's like, it kind of sucks for people like us who we'll only go so far with our food challenges. We'll only go so far because there's only so far that you can go. And so there are people that have pushed the limits as like further and further and further. But once you go past a certain point, you have to fake it because it's not possible. And so it's like, for people who have always stuck within the realm of human capability because we are doing it honestly, it kind of sucks because now we're being kind of grouped in with a group of people or just a person, or no, there definitely is a group of people who fake it. Like, there are more than one person. But
even the smaller challenges,
yeah,
like the 10,000 calorie challenge, again, it's funny to us because it's like, it's nothing to brag about.
No.
Being able to eat this much food. It's a weird ability. We do it. We bring you guys along for the ride because
it's not normal. And why not maximize on the fact that we're kind of not normal? But you do have a small group of people who for some reason want to jump on the trend of eating videos that then out themselves later for having spit food out.
Yeah.
And again, 90% of those people aren't people with like a strong eating ability. They just wanted to make eating content. So then they were like,
for some reason. Maybe because of views, money.
Because I know that I watched Eric the Electric on the Shane Dawson podcast. And Shane Dawson came out as saying that he
used to do food videos and spit it out into a cup.
And then I watched a video about a bodybuilder who did mukbangs that he had a heart attack prominently because of his PED use and was getting backlash from people saying it's because of your diet, because you were doing these eating videos. And he's like, I wasn't even actually eating the food. And I'm there cringing, knowing this just continues the narrative that people can't believe that some people actually get on camera and just eat it all.
Yeah. Just do it.
And then there's a lot of other people out there that's just like, oh, just throw it up after.
No. We actually, I know anyone watching this video right now, it's hard to say this, but we don't have that reflex. I don't know how people regurgitate food after they eat it. Anyways, I know that people probably don't want to listen to us talk about that for too long, but like, our stomachs are steel. Once it's in, it's in.
You know? Yeah. And also, with an experience like this, we are going to be here for a long time. We've been here for a long time. The digestion process will be set in.
Yeah.
By the time I leave this room, this food's waking its way through me. I don't know. Anyways, kind of a random point. Hopefully that was, for some reason, somewhat interesting to someone out there. I say we move on.
Yeah, surprisingly not what I was going for, but I don't think I'm ever going to figure out what I was going for.
All right, that's fine.
What's next? We want to try the, we either eat more of this cake or we try that. Now that's tried and true. That's one of the things that we have had before.
That's going to become less pleasurable.
Yep.
That's going to be good.
That could become fun with the Biscoff.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm going to have some more cake. Yeah, I guess it would be nice to like polish this off, because then if we don't even end up touching that, that can go somewhere.
Exactly.
Because that's another thing. Internet and eating.
Look at all the things we're thinking about talking about right now.
Yeah, we're just pulling them all out of the bag. It's just funny.
We're gonna have to think of a comment prompt soon, because I feel like a lot of people are getting sick of this long-winded talking.
Well, I had a great comment prompt that you rejected.
You know what? You let us know if you thought that was a great comment prompt.
I thought that was a great idea.
Anyway,
someone's going to agree with me, someone's going to agree with you.
Don't lose track of what you were about to say again.
I think I just did. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think I just did. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
We were talking about...
Oh, everyone goes... I'm going to jump right into it. Why is it that apparently human tendency is to go to the worst place possible in your head? You know? It's like anyone. If you take the Oreo cream out of an Oreo on camera and you've got the wafer left over, you put the wafer back in the pack and you plan on, like, I don't know, throwing it into like the freezer or putting it in a baggie for later, or like putting it in the pantry, because you can use Oreo wafers for anything.
Shelf stable.
You can put it in ice cream. You can put them in the freezer and it'll last forever. You know, it's like you can use them in recipes. You can give them to your niece and nephew to throw on top of a cupcake. I don't know what you want to do with it, but you can do anything with it. But people's immediate reaction is
throw it in the trash.
Comment. I can't believe you'd waste the wafers. If they threw that out, I'm gonna be so mad. And I'm like we've gotten that comment a couple of times. Like, I'm gonna be so mad if they threw that away. It's like,
you're pre-mad about the fact that there's an Oreo wafer in my freezer right now.
Find something else to care about. I just like desperately want to tell someone. Well, I guess I could have just commented that back. But it's just like, if you're getting this upset over that, I wonder how you handle things that actually are problems in your life. You know, like, I'm like concerned about people. You know, it's just like you're absolutely losing your mind over like the way that a YouTuber titles their video, and like what happens when, like, I don't know, the car insurance isn't going to cover the fact that somebody hit your bumper or something. Like, how do you handle that situation?
Thank God Nate's not a therapist. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be cut out for that job. I need one. You know, I'm the guy that needs one. I'm not the guy that actually is one. I'm the guy that needs one. I think the therapists need therapists too, right? I'm not too in the world of therapy, but I should probably get myself into it.
Somebody watching this video right now is probably using our videos as their therapy.
No, please don't do that. We're not the guys for the job. Although it is a very flattering thing. Whenever people say that, like, our channel is a comfort channel for them, or they watch our videos to make their day a little bit better. I know that some people may just like, and I know a lot of people have said that.
Yeah, and so we're giving a lot of negative people a whole lot of attention today. We know, we're sorry.
Yeah.
You know, we're going on about people that are mad that we took an Oreo wafer and they want to be pre-upset that at the idea of it being thrown in the trash.
This is what we're supposed to be talking about in therapy.
Exactly. So we're on the channel, getting it all out there. You guys are taking it in. But we do want to say, we have amazing subscribers.
Yeah,
we get unbelievable comments.
Yeah.
And it really does like really impact us. And we read some comments to each other when it's something really special from someone that's like, you know, watching you guys, like, oh, I've been having a really hard week. And when you guys uploaded, it changed the narrative of my day. Or anything like that. And that's always like the craziest, most humbling, cool thing to hear.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I was going to say was that, like, I know that some people just say it for attention, you know? And I know that that's like pointing out like the wrong people here. But I know that some people are just like, I'm followers of some of the channels that are subscribers. Well, I've seen some of them in the comment sections of other people's videos saying the same thing that they said to me, you know? And it's just like, thank God I don't take that too seriously.
We create eating content, and we are some of the few that still consume it. So you are right that we're like, oh, that's a familiar name as the top comment of this video, pretty much saying exactly what they said to me 3 videos ago. And it's a good reminder not to take too many things too seriously. Like somebody commenting, oh my God, your videos are so amazingly edited, to someone who didn't edit a video. No music, no speed reps, no custom graphics, no intro, no anything. Oh my God, your videos are so well done, so well executed. Like I can't believe the amount of time and attention you put into them. And I'm looking at this and I'm like,
okay. You're commenting on someone who doesn't edit their videos.
Like, oh no.
Like, oh, this is kind of alarming. Anyway, Nutella on chocolate cake is, you're taking richness and making it richer.
I'm going for it. Also, we're giving the negative people more attention.
No, but what I was gonna say is that, like, generally, you can see what people are being authentic, especially when they when we open up a DM from a certain from a certain individual, and they they say a lot. They say a lot, and you can even see it. When someone's being authentic and when someone's not. It's like when you watch an eating video. We're seeing these more and more on Instagram, especially. But all these people pretending to like what they're eating, or just pretending to they're putting on a show, and I think it's because they see people that really do enjoy food, and they're like, that's what I have to do to express the fact that I like something. So, for instance, us doing a fist pounder, be like, oh my gosh, I love that, or high five, or Eric the Electric being like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Like a WW moment, but
or someone taking a bite of food in a restaurant challenge or something, you just be like, oh, this is high quality. Immediately know this is head and shoulders above the other things that I've been eating on this channel or other places I've been going.
They're having a moment. If we high five, that's not.
It's not curated.
I know it's funny to some people and everything, and it's a bit lame in kind of intentionally, but that is a way that we can together at the same time express how top notch that bite of food was, and we are genuinely excited. But yeah, we have been seeing this thing where people's reactions are very curated.
Yeah,
I pre-decided that this is going to be amazing, and then I take a bite of it, and I go so over the top with this fake reaction.
I'm gonna do one. This is what I'm seeing lately. bro, you don't even know, bro.
But it's like, it's
like the say like eyes light up, like start like I don't know, start seeming like you're having a seizure. And I know that we've expressed things like such intense ways and really like over exaggerated how we're feeling before, but you're seeing it in such a fake way recently. And so that to say, when people comment something that's genuine, generally you can see that. You know, like, oh, this person's legit. And I just want, I guess, to say thank you to everyone who does reach out, either be like whether DMs. We don't see all of our comments. We've had to distance ourselves after a certain amount of time, like on the channel and stuff. So like we're usually in there for maybe like the first couple hours of the video going live, but the video has been getting more and more comments right off the bat, so they're difficult to keep up on. And so we just have to kind of distance ourselves. And you start subjecting yourself to more negativity the longer a video is live, because you end up in someone's recommendations that doesn't like the style of video that you do, and then just feels the need to roast you and stuff. And so it's like we try to like be in there as much as we can for like the real subscribers, like the people that are going to click on the video right away, and then gather enough information just to say like, all right, we've had enough. We know how this video is. Let's walk away now. But there are still some people that we do come across the comments of when we're uploading the next video, or people that we see drop into our DMs on Instagram, which we don't open up all of our Instagram DMs, but some that we see are just so kind-hearted. They're like so sincere. They're so sweet, and like just like to get that out there. Thank you for everyone who does say kind things. If we don't get back to you, like, we're sorry, but hopefully our paths cross sooner or later. But we do appreciate the nice things, that like a lot, you know, because again, we have been kind of pointing out a lot of negativity in this video, but that's more to just address it, you know.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to. This video is an opportunity to address certain things, and it's easier to address things that need addressing, and it typically just saying thank you can be overlooked because there's so much to say and so much to address about everything else that you kind of let the general thank you get too far away.
Yeah,
we've definitely let that happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
No,
I have to say, thanks.
I'm sweating now, man.
Yeah. I mean, I forget how hot these lights get, because, of course, we've made mention to money in our channel so many times. We talk all about it. Like, we've gotten comments in the past, people being like, oh, these middle-class white guys, you know, it's like,
you have no idea where we live.
Oh, man.
Like, maybe we've decorated this room to seem like, I don't even know what it seems like in here. I mean, if you can put this in a class, if you can classify this,
I'd love to know.
I'd love to hear what your description of it is, because we don't even really know.
You know, like, oh, that's cheap on Facebook Marketplace. That's on sale at Home Goods. You know, like,
a few years ago when we were thinking about starting this channel, we were like, oh, we'll set up this room with this table that is actually my old computer desk.
This is an IKEA computer desk from like 08.
Yeah, like, oh, we set this up, and then we're like, well, I guess we need some decorations. What's on sale at Home Goods? And when we talk about sale, we're talking about ragtag items like
75% off sale. That table was our hallway table. So we don't have a table in our hallway because we can't afford another one.
That huge clock up there, you know how many comments we used to get? The clock doesn't work. Yeah, it's not real.
It's not an actual
It was like
clock.
$5.
Yeah, but like we've talked about money like a million times on this channel, and I don't know where I was going with that.
We talked about money on the channel. People have said that like, oh, these middle-class white dudes, or, you know, people getting the narrative completely wrong.
Yeah.
Making assumptions.
Yep.
I don't know where you're getting with it. I'm just saying what you were saying.
Yeah. I'm going to be watching back on this video because I'm probably going to put music to it or something. But I'm going to be
probably. You're currently listening to music.
Yeah. But I'm going to be watching through, knowing exactly where I was going with all of these things and going, what in the world was wrong with me? Where was my head?
Yep.
And I'm going to be so devastated that I didn't say what I was actually thinking of saying.
And you're going to be upset that I talk too much, and that he talked too much, and that this video didn't need to be this long. But I'm happy that it's this long.
Yeah. I think this is a nice little therapy session for us. I guess that's what it became.
We're getting a lot out right now.
Oh, I knew where I was going. I said, I was going to say that these people are going to be watching, like, we've gotten comments from people watching our channel going, oh, these middle-class white guys while we live in the poorest, like, community and, like, in our state and everything. But that saying, we have the cheapest lights that we have the cheapest light setup that you could possibly get. And so it's like, to a degree, it's been nice filming outside of the house because I forget just how hot they get.
It's the one less stressful. No, the only thing that's been less stressful.
Yeah.
Everything about those videos, our last few pieces of content, have been 15,000 times more stressful.
Yep.
The lights in here are just about as hot as the sun.
Yeah. And so, like, what we do is before we film, we let an AC rip for as long as possible because no, we don't have central AC. That's something that actual middle-class white guys have. And so we let an AC just rip. And then by the time we're halfway through a video, the lights have taken over, the AC's dead, and we're dying. And of course, I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt because all of my other clothes are dirty.
Yeah, you want more information into middle class, how not middle class Pete and Nate are?
Go back to 2021, we're wearing the same shirts then as we are in half the videos that we're wearing now.
And this shirt that I'm wearing right now is probably one of the very few shirts I've bought in recent events. And it is from a store called Ocean State Job Lot. The shirt was $5. It is Rhode Island merch.
It says Fish Life on it. He doesn't fish. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if I've ever fished.
No, we were talking about it with our friends with that. We have like a friends group, like a messenger chat on just like a texting chat with like
everybody has a texting thread with their friends.
I know. I'm just trying to clarify what I'm saying. But they were all like making fun of him for wearing that shirt in one of our recent videos because they know our friends don't watch our one of our friends recently started watching our videos, which is really cool. But our friends don't watch our videos, and so they noticed that Pete was wearing an Ocean State Job Lot shirt, and felt the need to make mention to it.
Luckily, well, as a child, this is a therapy session. Well, as a child, I was very insecure. Well, as a child, I had low self-esteem. As an adult, as a 31-year-old man, I could care less.
Yeah.
If anybody roasts me for my $6 shirt.
Yep. What are we eating next? Because then I'll explain on that while we take care of it. This thing?
I mean, we're making our way through here.
Yeah. I think that we're going to end up, like, if we finish this, we've essentially finished everything.
We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, but, like...
Let us know if you think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Now, this is the triple-filled cinnamon schmear Danish or something like that. Mm-hmm. We've had it on the channel before.
Had it on the channel maybe twice. I think in one of the Twin vs. Twin eat-offs we had it, and we put cheesecake on it.
I think that was this one, yeah.
And I have not...
bigger piece.
I have not forgotten that experience.
No. Do you want this? Let me show you, like, look how filled this is. This is everything that I want out of a cinnamon roll. I don't know if we mentioned that in that video, but, like, I know everyone loves cinnamon rolls. Cinnamon rolls are very hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like, they're so, like, there's just this there's this narrative of a cinnamon roll that looks like it's gonna be a 10 out of 10, ending up being a 3 out of 10 because it's so dry.
What he's saying is 100% true. But also, here's my thing with cinnamon rolls. So many people say, well, you should have heated it up. I want whatever food I eat, if it can be heated up, that it's better heated up, but not it's only good if you heat it up.
Yeah.
Like as far as like something like a cinnamon roll goes. And this cinnamon schmear Danish, it's so funny because we say a lot of the times that there are certain things that we would love to eat more of on the channel that while maybe you watching right now would love to see us eat and enjoy, most people will be like, that's not interesting, and they skip over. Mm-hmm. But it's 10 times more delicious than the thing they want to see you eat, because they think that other thing is more delicious.
Yep.
So this cinnamon schmear triple filled Danish is the cinnamon roll of every cinnamon rolls lover's dreams.
Yep.
I promise you.
It is 30 times better because
show them that.
You know? I don't know if you can see that, if that's like really being shown off, but like the buttery cinnamon thing that's like in between the layers of your cinnamon roll. You want a lot of that. That's what makes it full of flavor. That's what brings like the extra bit of moisture and just like that sweetness and the butteriness. This is loaded with it, you know? And then the actual dough itself is nice and chewy, but very moist, not dry. So any cinnamon roll lover would love this. But if we just show this at the beginning of the video, I promise you, 50% of the people that would stick around for the cinnamon roll left.
Yep.
Or skip, because they don't think it's as epic. A cream pie, a frozen cream pie from the grocery store. Let me tell you, Edwards, Marie Callender's, those cream pies are crazy. We have indulged in everything. Local goods, good, like, you know, the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, it's a chain restaurant, but their desserts are awesome. We've had the Shortbread Society. I mean, ultimate indulgent desserts. We can tell you, Marie Callender's, Edwards cream pies, those things are awesome. For like a $6 to $7, maybe sometimes $8 depending on where you are, cream pie from out of the freezer with a cookie crumb crust, a nice, super, like luxurious filling, whipped cream, toppings, all that stuff. They are so good, but people don't want to watch them. People don't want to watch you eat.
For some reason.
But people do want to see you eat the Dunkin' or the Krispy Kreme donut.
Yeah.
And the cream pie's better.
Yeah. But that's like how it is with this stuff. Like, we've had conversations with certain people in our family, like our mom or something, or someone, explaining some of the things we're explaining right now. And it always floors them. People who aren't like used to eating content or don't watch eating content because they're on a diet, you know? But we know that a lot of our subscribers and a lot of the people that tune into our videos watch our videos because they're on a diet, or they just don't like, they don't indulge very often, and they kind of like to live vicariously through us. Very few people actually watch us because, I don't know, I don't know. But anyways, when we explain these types of facts about the fact that like most people that are watching your video because they're on a diet skip over this thing, but they stick around for the cinnamon roll, and that's genuinely based off
Or
of
stick around the thing that they're more familiar with.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it just sounds so pretentious, but we know better with certain things.
Yeah, but anyways, they're just always like, they always think it's so crazy because they don't get it. But it's funny. It's just like those things that what we're saying right now is based off of genuine fact, YouTube analytics. So we know that like a lot of people, when we make jokes in our videos, whenever we're like very self-deprecating, because that's our actual like sense of humor, like in everyday life, we're just very self-deprecating, and that's our sense of humor. So whenever we've brought that out in videos, you always get the loyal subscribers or the people who actually like our videos that are just like, oh no, don't say that, no. And we're like, we're saying this based off of like we're kind of poking fun at actual fact, you know?
Cold hard facts.
Yeah. By the way, if you're watching right now and you're curious why I've switched from one bottle of water to a very similar bottle of water, the other one is actually just straight water, this one is carbonated. Yes, we're huge fans of the Walmart Clear American sparkling flavored waters. And then we use the bottles and fill them up with water for the rest of the week. I guess another fun point to make, because I guess we're just full of a bunch of fun points. You have a little something on your nose. Does not surprise me. Thank you. Another fun point to make would be the fact that while we are...
Disc off on it.
I already have some.
While we are talking a lot right now, you probably think that we are the most chatty people on the planet, because we are here for probably what's going to be close to 2 hours.
I'm dying to find out how long this is.
Just talking away. Here's the reality. This is it for the week. This is my talking for the week. After this, I'm done.
Nope.
I am not going to want to pick up a phone call from my mother. We are going to talk a little bit, and then we will go through massive bouts of silence in which we don't communicate even with each other, and we just edit the day away. I will exercise.
and I will communicate with no one in the process. I will avoid talking as much as humanly possible when this experience is over. So, believe it or not, we are not hyper extroverted. Like, filming the videos recently, the videos we've been filming, going out in public and communicating with people.
That's a good topic.
Now, while we are fairly personable, and we're
nice people.
Yeah,
if we're talking to you, we're nice guys, I think.
And like, we've both worked customer service jobs so much in our life.
I wasn't nice when I worked customer service.
Well, that's because you get burnt out from the sheer amount of human connection and everything. It's very overwhelming after a while. But so like, we know how to engage with people. We know how to interact and be members of society, and fairly pleasant. But we are actually very introverted.
Oh yeah.
So going out and filming these videos recently has been a huge personal challenge, on top of every other challenge being trying to learn our way around a camera on the fly, and actually doing a food challenge in the process, and trying to make sure that it's going to be a somewhat entertaining and stimulating video. Meanwhile, having to engage with a lot more people, having people look at you like you have 5 trillion heads because you have a camera. Never mind, the biggest thing is like driving shots. So any kind of like shot from us going from one location to the other where you have the camera and you get the visual outside of the car, people really like that. But having a camera attached to the front of your car,
a GoPro. Like, I feel like GoPros are like the most socially acceptable and just recognizable, easy to stomach thing, you know?
You will have 50 people within a half-mile radius stop their vehicles to try to figure out what is happening on that car.
I will throw up a clip of just like maybe one of the clips. Like any clip that I have of us parking the car, I guarantee you there is someone in it going. So I'll put one up on screen and show you what we mean by this. If anyone's like, especially even too, like, it's just like a suction cup. Like there's a suction cup that goes on the hood of your car, and you attach the GoPro to it, the camera. If you are driving around and there's no camera on it, there's just a suction cup on the hood of your car.
It's even weirder to people.
It's even weirder. Driving through Providence when we were doing the donut video, we had that like suction on there. We didn't do a lot of driving shots for that video because our GoPro was acting up, but
we did film a lot of them.
Yeah,
that didn't work out.
Yeah, but we had the suction cup on the hood of our car, and we're driving through downtown Providence, and just, I'm telling you, it was like we were walking. It was like we were driving through there on a clown car being pulled by a Harley or something. Just like, and it was pulling like a group of aliens. You know,
I promise you, it would have been less a spectacle if we were both naked filming that video and didn't have the suction cups on the front of the car.
And we're not exaggerating. I'm being serious.
We're saying that, again, as introverted people who know how to hang out, people who can talk and are capable of talking for 2 hours over food on the internet. But again, after this, I will crash and I will be done talking for the next 3 days.
Oh, it's so dumb.
But that's how much of a personal challenge getting out and filming those recent videos has been.
And I will say, I guess that's something interesting too, though, is we have we're
so interesting.
I know. That sounds so narcissistic. The fact that we keep saying another interesting thing, as if we are interesting. We're the last people that think we're interesting. We're gonna be watching back on this video going,
I'm about to drop the most interesting fact on you ever.
No, we're gonna be watching back on this video going, like, oh my god, what a train wreck. And we'd be so embarrassed at the fact that we kept on saying another interesting thing.
Comment the word interesting if you have made it to this point in the video.
Not as good as mine, but pretty good. I like it. You get my stamp of approval, even though I have to go to bed tonight being embarrassed about mine.
Let's hear what's this interesting fact that you've been cooking up.
Another interesting thing is the fact that our relationship is so, I don't know. We are so close with one another that we can tell each other something like just straight up as it is and not take offense to it. And so what will happen is we'll be so exhausted from this video that tomorrow one of us will be trying to talk to the other, and the other person just be like not really giving them much back, and then the other will just be like, well, the person who's being talked to will just say, I'm exhausted, I just can't talk about it right now. It's like, okay. And then we just won't talk for like the rest of the night. What will happen is one of us will go on a tangent for one brief moment. Eventually the other will look up and say, I have no idea anything you've said. I don't have the mental capacity. My communication is done. I'm exhausted. And we'll just be like, okay. We'll just not talk. But that is like, I guess I'll bring up one last negative point, and I promise that this will be my last one for the video. I promise you it won't. Really? You think? I'm gonna do it'll be my last one. He can give as much negative information as he wants after this. But that is like a somewhat frustrating thing though, about, because I'm incredibly grateful for the fact that one or two of our videos recently have performed better than, the other ones on our channel. It's just the platform likes them more, people generally like them more, and that's awesome, and I'm grateful for that. However, getting outside of your typical audience and getting people that view your channel that don't like it, that aren't here because they like us or like the kind of content that we create, it's very frustrating. The fact that they think that just because we are friends, that automatically that has to become a disgusting thing. Where people are now commenting that like derogatory things or just like saying just like garbage about like, so I don't know if anyone's heard of the Island Boys, but now we're getting compared to them who came out as like they came out as gay and like incest gay. So like we have nothing wrong with homosexuality. Nothing. We definitely have something wrong with incest. And so now that those guys are just like these disgusting people that are doing extreme things just to get the internet talking about them again, now everyone's being like these Island Boys, and that's really frustrating. Just because we're friends, it's like we have to be siblings that are at each other's throats and don't like each other in order to be on camera together. That's frustrating. Yep. But I'm not allowed to talk about anything else negative, so I have to move on from that. Well, you're allowed to talk about that as much as you want. It's just your last negative point. Shoot, so now I'm stuck there. And that's not a place I want to be stuck. You can dwell there as long as you want. You're just not allowed to go anywhere from there. Yes. I like the fact that I don't have to hate him and that he doesn't hate me. That we can make food videos together and that we can edit together and not have a big problem on our hands. So I guess anyone who wants to say anything about that, that's on you. That comment says more about you than it does about me. But that is something that I guess like we still do get a lot of comments saying like who edits your videos and stuff. I know everyone that's watching this part already knows this, but we edit them together. I take care of audio, video. He takes care of all graphics, thumbnails, and everything like that. So it's a very collaborative effort. We are a two-man team. That is a very interesting thing that's been happening a lot lately, is we keep getting like business inquisitions of like, from like editors and thumbnail creators and stuff like that are just like, hey, I would love to join your team, please hire me, and all this stuff. And I'm just like, you've obviously never watched any one of my videos saying, I am so dirt poor right now, I can barely afford the last burger in this video, or our last like pizza or something like that. Like, we're genuinely struggling to be able to like, we're like, okay, we've got to make sure that we choose items that we can afford, because we're riding the line on our budget right now. Because like we had a sponsor for our last video, and it was really cool that all of the subscribers were really supportive of that. And so like we were like very grateful for everyone that was just like, oh, so cool, like congrats guys, like we've seen you guys, like really working hard for the past couple of years, and being supportive of that was really cool. But it's not like we got paid before we put the video out. And so we're doing the video on like our last dime. But yeah, we keep getting like busy. I said in the video, I'm out of money. And everybody probably thought, you just put a video sponsor in your video. And I'm like, you have no idea
how desperately I need to finish this video so I can not be in the hole.
Yeah, so I can get paid for that sponsorship.
And the video was $150.
Yeah, I know. It's so embarrassing. Like, we're complaining about prices in that video. We're like, this video is so expensive. And people are like, that's like a Friday night out. And we're just like crumbling. And I'm like, we already spent $150. And everyone's probably watching going, like, these losers.
And we're 31 years old.
Yeah.
Half of the people probably watching our videos going, what are they whining about? Are probably in their mid-20s.
Yeah, seriously.
Figuring their lives out. And here we are hustling away on a failing YouTube channel until the past month where we've had one big win.
Yeah, one video actually pay off. But yeah, I know it's funny. We just keep having so many people being like, hey, I'd love to edit your videos for you. I'd love to like make your thumbnails for you, yada, yada. And we're just like, if you want to do it for free. Like,
and even then, like, one of the main reasons why we are fairly broke is because we are artists.
Yeah. And I like editing my own videos, even if people don't like a lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. It's a very interesting editing style that we've landed on for our videos because we try, despite the fact that you get people being like, they just spit it out. Yeah. It's like, if you actually watch the videos, you actually see intentional editing into the fact that I could edit it better in terms of it being more interesting, but I choose to edit it the way that I do because it's more transparent. You know, it's like leaving longer stretches of eating just so that people know that this is actually happening, you know? And that's like the intention of it. But yeah, anyways, we like editing our videos.
I mean, even when we don't like it, because like anything, it can become a job. It is a massive undertaking to edit one of our videos the way that we do. But at the same time, like I was saying, it's funny to look at two people that you're eating absurd amounts of food on the internet, call themselves artists, but that's what we are.
Yeah.
Like, we were musicians growing up.
I painted growing up.
Visual artists. And graphic design was actually something I never did, which you can easily see in our early videos. It is a tragedy and is very embarrassing. But it was like a new frontier of artistry for me to figure out, okay, maybe I can figure out how to make this video slightly more interesting using some graphics. Nate isn't like a college-trained video editor, but
I got the job when I was in my early to mid 20s, and I literally learned it on the job. Our younger brother actually was a videographer. He's a phenomenal cinematographer. He's since moved into a different career, but he's the one that got me into it. He's just like, hey, my job is hiring for a video editor. I know you don't know how to do it, but if you want, I can start teaching you. He's like, I'll just teach you a little bit.
he needed a job.
I needed a job at the time, and so I just was like, okay. And then I just stuck with it, and I loved it. And it became my art because as I grew up, and music kind of fizzled out a little bit, and I stopped painting as much. Didn't have the time for it. I didn't really have an artistic outlet, and editing became my artistic outlet and job.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm sure no one watching this video right now is reaching out asking them to become a part of the Takedown Twins team via comments and Instagram DMs asking for us to pay them, to hire them. One, we don't have any money to hire anyone. And two, even if we did have the money, the only thing that we would probably hire for right now is a videographer.
Yes.
So that we didn't have to be so stressed out filming and vlogging while trying to do a massive food challenge. Which is really cool. Again, the fact that in our recent videos, people have let us know how much they're liking the newer style content. It's almost to a sad degree where we feel like
a little bit boxed in, but at the same time,
we feel a little boxed in, but we also kind of feel like, wow, we've been doing this other thing for as long as we have been, and it seems like everybody's like, thank God they're not doing that anymore.
Thank God that's over.
I've been sticking around kind of hoping that things would change, and they finally did, and I'm going to let you know. And it is very nice, it is very flattering, but at the same time, it's pushing us outside of our comfort zone in more ways than 3. So, if we were to hire and expand our team, it would be for a videographer, and certainly not for video editors.
Yes. Good point. end rant? Man, you're gonna have to let us know if you enjoyed this video. I don't quite know what it's become. We ate even more than I thought that we would. Honestly, like, I thought we had way more food on hand than we could get through. I guess we're just not used to just having all the food in one place anymore. I'd be very interested to do out the calories, because we probably will do out the calories for how much we ate in this video. Just like, there's gotta be some entertaining element to this. We've got to be able to put like something on screen so people are like visually stimulated. Well, for the person that's skipping to the end, we're gonna have to do out calories for them so they got something out of this video, I guess. Mm-hmm. But all of that to say, for the past 2 months, we haven't been, or no, because even before that we stopped doing the big single sitting food challenges. We still did. We're just switching to more like brand battles and stuff like that. So it's been a long time since we've done a massive single sitting straight through eating video. So I don't know if we're 8K in, 10K in, 5K in. I don't know. No, definitely. I know we're not 5. Yeah, you definitely know we're further than that. But that's like that's another interesting thing about the whole like people thinking that videos are faked when you're out and about. You know, when you're going from restaurant to restaurant, it's so much easier. You know, because you have to have travel time from one restaurant to the other time, breaking down the equipment, resetting up the equipment. Like, it's like by the time you get there, it's like, not that you're like, we very rarely get hungry, but it's like, I'm reset. I'm ready to go. I'm ready for another food item. Sometimes, of course, we like, you know, we'll like, it's like, we're always usually honest about the fact that like we're filling up, but maybe we express it, maybe we express that we're like a little bit more full than we are. But like, you want the challenge to be entertaining, so you gotta at least make, like, again, that's about as dishonest as we get, as being like acting a little more full than we are. Yeah. But then if we don't, people are like, they're not even full by the end of the video, fake. Yeah. Guess what? Well, guess what? I'm gonna get to this video and I'm gonna be satiated. No. And you saw me take every single bite that I took. So, I mean, there you go. That's such a good point. It's like we're still in completely good spirits. We haven't even like slowed down really, you know? We're still talking. Yeah, and we're just about done. Watch any of our other real-time eating videos that have lasted this long, and I guarantee we've fatigued by now emotionally. Yeah, there's like big stretches of just like, I think I'm just gonna eat now. Mukbang with the munchies though, like the 2021 video, the longest mukbang challenge. That's what, we have like names for our videos that other people don't have. So sometimes we'll like mention them either in person to like somebody, like, oh yeah, this video, and they'll have no idea what we're talking about, but it's because we have our code name for it, you know? But yeah, the longest, like we did that video, like we tried eating a week's worth of food in one sitting. If we ever bring that video up to each other, it's week's worth of food. Yeah. And that's the name of the video. And you forget that not everybody knows what you're talking about. So the longest mukbang challenge, I know that everyone says mukbang differently. Mukbang, mukbang, like, say however you want. Continue. Say however you want. That's where we started, so I guess it's a good place to end as well. But, like the whole grammar police thing. But that video, the longest mukbang challenge, we call it what's in the thumbnail, which is mukbang with the munchies. And that video was definitely predominantly by the second half of it was just, well, take the name as literally as you can. Because in that video, unlike most of our videos, we actually just got a comment on our channel. Again, we don't go into our comment section days after a video comes out anymore, because that's when you typically start getting people that aren't the big fans that show up. Big fans. Narcissists, man. We found out in this video that we're narcissists. And we need therapy. I hate this about myself, but apparently we've uncovered something today together. Anyways, one of the most recent comments that we got was from someone saying, be honest, were you stoned during this video? I didn't reply, but the answer is no. We never are anymore, because when we had the money to be was probably pre-YouTube channel. And then there was the occasional times while we were running the YouTube channel, but even then we didn't like
partaking too much because we really like eating in those situations. And that's not good if you're trying to diet, preparing, or recovering from a food challenge like we were doing back then. Anyways, we were in a period where we did have things on hand
All the time.
when we chose to do that video and thought, that sounds like fun. Anyways, to wrap this up, that is one of the many reasons why we were just completely zombies at least at some point in that video.
Yeah.
Maybe not complete zombies.
No.
We didn't go crazy.
Yeah. But we definitely were pretty out of it. At some points in that. We just ran out of things to talk about, probably because we were confused. Of which I got confused many times during this video. Maybe the most I ever have during a video.
You're so...
I'm sweating, man. They're watching it in 4K. I'm embarrassed.
I'm wearing
I'm wearing extra cloths over there because I just need to wipe off. I'm also wearing a much thicker shirt.
Let me tell you all if you're watching right now. Me. Are you gonna wear that?
Before filming this video. Me. Well, my other shirt has grease on it from the last video, and I don't have a lot of clothes.
And if he doesn't have a lot of clothes, I have 50% of how much he has.
Thank you.
You could have asked at any point.
I just...
You guys don't see what I just saw. No. No. There's more. I'm outed. He's covered in cloths.
Well, if you watch all of our videos, at least in this room, you'll notice one very big difference between the two of us. Pete, he uses one cloth. He's a one cloth kind of guy, I guess.
I used two today.
For me,
That was because the one I started with, I had used before the filming of this video started. Continue.
but I think that people will understand where I'm coming from. With the fact that I have a hand cloth and I have a mouth cloth. And so like, that's my reasoning for like, whenever anyone sees me with like multiple cloths, is because I like to have one for the different, like one for the hands, one for the mouth. Because typically, I think it was because at some point, I found that like the debris that was going on one just went onto the other. I think I wiped chocolate off my mouth or hands one time and it ended up with chocolate on the other. And I was like, sorry, I'm burpy now. I think I need to switch and start having a cloth for both. Someone's gonna kick out of me. This is now officially a point that has been talked about, discussed on the internet. What are you gonna do?
Someone's tuning into the train wreck right now.
Well,
They're here to see something crash and burn.
and that's this right now.
Yeah. I thought we had more than we did.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out whether we had an excessive amount or not. I'm starting to fill up. If I finish this, if I chug the rest of this, I'd probably be like, okay, yeah, I'm good. But not like, oh, like, not to getting to the point where a lot of our regular subscribers, I don't like to see you guys when you hit the pain cave, like when you really start like struggling. I think that if like I would finish this, I still wouldn't be there. And I think that we've eaten a lot. I'll be very interested to find that out.
We will find out. It's weird because back in the day, the food challenge days, we would do out calories, do out weight for the food we were purchasing for the video.
Yeah, see if we were even within the realm of possibility.
Today, we're removed. We feel no pressure. We're just like, people are just gonna see us eat for longer than they knew was humanly possible, or for longer than they personally could imagine themselves continuously eating for and enjoying themselves. I don't care what the weight or calories in. We'll just get what we get. Like they said, we had a gift card. Some stuff we had on hand. So to say that we don't have a clue is not an exaggeration. Nope. That is very legitimately just how it is. But I do know that I can say I am not remotely uncomfortable right now. And I guess I want that to be the narrative of what somebody, again, unfortunately, the people that are saying it's not possible aren't watching right now. But if that person were to be watching right now, or those people to be watching, I would like them to understand how much food that we just ate has not tapped me. And I don't say that in a prideful way, because I think that it's stupid that I'm capable of it, and I'm envious of people that it doesn't take this much food to get them satisfied. And we can also acknowledge the fact that there are people out there that can eat twice as much. Oh, not twice, like 3 times as much as that. But anyways, that just saying, I would want the narrative to be, and the intention of this to exist, period. The reason why this is worthy to be on the channel is because it needs to show that when we go out and eat 7,500 calories of fast food over the course of 8 hours, that's not hard for me.
Yes.
Not a flex, facts.
Yes. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. The people that did watch, the people that didn't watch and just skipped to the end, I'll know that you didn't watch it because you didn't comment all the comment prompts.
All you have to do, scroll to the beginning of the video, look at the table, bounce around, take a look at the table right now, and I'm not full.